So, meine Liebe, just had a beautiful night out at Salamanca. Sehr, sehr schön gewesen, sehr, sehr nice gewesen. Sind so reingekommen, haben so Musik für uns gespielt. Und es war sehr, sehr schön gewesen. Ich habe es sehr, sehr genossen. Das Essen war ultra fein gewesen. Also wirklich sehr, 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 sehr fein. Für die Vorspeise hat so ein Krabbe gegeben. Das war einfach so ein riesen Teil, also ein Crab. Das haben sie geöffnet, geflippt und das hast du von innen auslöffeln und das war so fein gewesen. Und nachher hast du natürlich die ganzen Scissors und so, um sie aufbrechen mit dem und dann essen und das war cool gewesen. Und dann noch Paella. Ja, sehr, 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 sehr cool gewesen. Also ja. Und jetzt ist es sehr heiß. Ich bin wieder das Park, aber God is waiting. And I'm waiting for God. Weil ich weiss nicht, am Morgen wollte ich unbedingt weiterlesen. Und ich bin so, nein, Linus, nur 3 Seiten, du darfst nicht mehr lesen. Aber am Abend darfst du weiterlesen. Jetzt tut meine Hüfte weh. Weird. Aber heute Abend lese ich weiter. Und zwar geht es weiter bei Deuteronomy 28:53. The siege and terrible distress of the enemy's attack will be so severe that you will eat the flesh of your own sons and daughters, whom the Lord your God has given you. The most tender-hearted man among you will have no compassion for his own brother, his beloved wife, and his surviving children. He will refuse to share with them the flesh he is devouring. The flesh of one is his own children, because he has nothing else to eat during the siege and terrible distress that your enemy will inflict on all your towns. The most tender and delicate woman among you, so delicate she would not so much as touch the ground with her foot, will be selfish towards the husband she loves and towards her own son or daughter. She will hide from them the afterbirth and the new babies she has born, so that she herself can secretly eat them. Holy fuck. She will have nothing else to eat during the siege and terrible distress that your enemy will inflict on all your towns. If you refuse to obey all the words of instruction that are written in this book, and if you do not fear the glorious and awesome name of the Lord your God, then the Lord will overwhelm you and your children with indescribable plagues. These plagues will be intense and without relief, making you miserable and unbearably sick. He will afflict you with all the diseases of Egypt that you feared so much, and you will have no relief. The Lord will afflict you with every sickness and plague. There is even those not mentioned in this book of instruction, until you are destroyed. Though you become as numerous as the stars in the sky, few of you will be left because you would not listen to the Lord your God. Just as the Lord has found great pleasure in causing you to prosper and multiply, the Lord will find pleasure in destroying you. You will be torn from the land you are about to enter and occupy, for the Lord will scatter you among all the nations from one end of the earth to the other. There you will worship foreign gods that neither you nor your ancestor have known, gods made of wood and stone. There among those nations you will find no peace or place to rest, and the Lord will cause your heart to tremble, your eyesight to fail, and your soul to despair. Your life will constantly hang in the balance. You will live night and day in fear, unsure if you will survive. In the morning you will say, if only it were night. And in the evening you will say, if only it were morning. For you will be terrified by the awful horrors you see around you. Then the Lord will send you back to Egypt in ships, to a destination I promised you would never see again. There you will offer to sell yourselves to your enemies as slaves, but no one will buy you. Deuteronomy 29. These are the terms of the covenant the Lord commanded Moses to make with the Israelites while they were in the land of Moab, in addition to the covenant he had made with them at Mount Sinai. Moses reviews the covenant. Moses summoned all the Israelites and said to them, "You have seen with your own eyes everything the Lord did in the land of Egypt, to Pharaoh and to all his servants and to his whole country. All the great tests of strength, the miraculous signs, and the amazing wonders. To this day the Lord has not given you minds that understand, nor eyes that see, nor ears that hear. For 40 years I led you through the wilderness, yet your clothes and sandals didn't wear out. You ate no bread and drank no wine or other alcoholic drink. But he provided you so you would know that he is the Lord your God. When he came here, King Sihon of Heshbon, the king Og of Bashan, came out to fight against us, but we defeated them. We took their land and gave it to the tribes of Reuben and Gad, and to the half-tribe of Manasseh as their grant of land. Therefore, obey the terms of this covenant, so that you will prosper in everything you do. All of you, tribal leaders, elders, officers, all the men of Israel, are still standing today in the presence of the Lord your God. Your little ones and your wives are with you, as well as the foreigners living among you, who chop your wood and carry your water. You are standing here today to enter into the covenant of the Lord your God. The Lord is making this covenant, including the curses. By entering into the covenant today, he will establish you as his people and confirm that he is your God, just as he promised you, as he swore to your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But you are not the ones with whom I am making this covenant with its curses. I am making this covenant both with you who stand here today in the presence of the Lord our God, and also with the future generations who are not standing here today. You remember how we lived in the land of Egypt, and how we traveled through the lands of enemy nations as we left. You have seen their detestable practices and their idols, made of wood, stone, silver, and gold. I am making this covenant with you so that no one amongst you, no man, woman, clan, or tribe, will turn away from the Lord our God to worship these gods of other nations, and so that no root among you bears bitter and poisonous fruit. Those who hear the warnings of this curse should not congratulate themselves, thinking I am safe even though I am following the desire of my own stubborn heart. This would lead to utter ruin. The Lord will never pardon such people. Instead, his anger and jealousy will burn against them. All the curses written in this book will come down on them, and the Lord will erase their names from under heaven. The Lord will separate them from all the tribes of Israel to pour out on them all the curses of the covenant recorded in this book of instruction. Then the generations to come, both your own descendants and the foreigners who come from distant land, will see the devastation of the land and the diseases the Lord inflicts on it. They will exclaim, "The whole land is devastated by sulfur and salt. This is a wasteland with nothing planted, as nothing growing, not even a blade of grass. It is like the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboim, which the Lord destroyed in his intense anger." And all the surrounding nations will ask, why has the Lord done this to his land? Why has the Lord done this to his land? Why was he so angry? And the answer will be, this happened because the people of the land abandoned the covenant that the Lord their God of their ancestors made with them when he brought them out of the land of Egypt. Instead, they turned away to serve and worship gods they had not known before, gods that were not from the Lord. gods that were not known, that were not from the Lord. This is why the Lord's anger has burned against the land, bringing down on it every curse recorded in this book. In great anger and fury, the Lord uprooted his people from the land and banished them to another land where they still live today. The Lord our God has secrets known to no one. We are not accountable for them, but we, our children, are accountable forever for all that he has revealed to us, so that we may obey all the terms of these instructions. Deuteronomy 30. A call to return to the Lord. In the future, when you experience all these blessings and curses I have listed for you when you are living amongst the nations to which the Lord your God has exiled you, take to your heart all these instructions. If at that time you and your children return to the Lord your God, and if you obey with all your heart and all your soul the commands I have given you today, then the Lord your God will restore your fortunes. He will have mercy on you and gather you back from all the nations where he has scattered you. Even though you are banished to the ends of the earth, the Lord your God will gather you from there and bring you back again. The Lord your God will return you to the land that belonged to your ancestors, and you will possess that land again. Then he will make you even more prosperous and numerous than your ancestors. The Lord your God will change your heart and the hearts of all your descendants, so that you will love him with all your heart and soul, so that you may live. The Lord your God will inflict all these curses on your enemies and on those who hate and persecute you. And then you will again obey the Lord and keep all his commandments that I am giving you today. And the Lord your God will then make you successful in everything you do. He will give you many children and numerous livestock, and he will cause your fields to produce abundant harvests, for the Lord will again delight in being good to you, as he was to your ancestors. The Lord your God will delight in you if you obey his voice and keep your commands and decrees written in this book of instruction, and if you turn to the Lord your God with all your heart and soul. Deuteronomy 30:11. The choice of life or death. This command I am giving you today is not too difficult for you, and it is not beyond your reach. It is not kept in heaven, so distant that you must ask, who will go up to heaven and bring it down so we can hear it and obey? It is not kept beyond the sea, so far away that you might ask, who will cross the sea to bring it to us so we can hear it and obey it? No, the message is very close at hand. It is on your lips and in your heart, so that you can obey it. Now listen, today I'm giving you a choice between life and death, between prosperity and disaster. For I command you this day to love the Lord your God and to keep his commands, decrees, and regulations by walking in his ways. If you do this, you will live and multiply, and if the Lord your God will bless you and the land you are about to enter and occupy. But if your heart turns away and you refuse to listen, and you are drawn away to serve and worship other gods, then I warn you now that you will certainly be destroyed. I will not live a long, good life in the land you are crossing the Jordan to occupy. Today I have given you the choice between life and death, between blessings and curses. Now I call on heaven and earth to witness the choice you make. Oh, that you would choose life, so that you and your descendants might live. So you can make this choice by loving the Lord your God, obeying him, and committing yourselves firmly to him. This is the key to your life. And if you love and obey the Lord, you will live long in the land the Lord swore to give your ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Deuteronomy 31. Joshua becomes Israel's leader. When Moses had finished giving these instructions to all the people of Israel, he said, I am now 120 years old, and I am no longer able to lead you. The Lord has told me you will not cross the Jordan River, but the Lord your God himself will cross over ahead of you. You will destroy the nations living there, and you will take possession of their land. Joshua will lead you across the river, just as the Lord has promised. The Lord will destroy the nations living in the land, just as he destroyed Sihon and Og, the kings of the Amorites. The Lord will hand over to you the people who live there, and you must deal with them as I have commanded you. So be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid and do not panic before them. For the Lord your God will personally go ahead of you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. Then Moses called for Joshua, and as all Israel watched, he said to him, Be strong and courageous, for you will lead these people into the land that the Lord swore to their ancestors he would give them. You are the one who will divide it among them as their grants of land. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord will personally go ahead of you. He will be with you. He will neither fail you nor abandon you. Public reading in the Book of Instruction. So Moses wrote this entire book of instruction in the book and gave it to the priests, who carried the ark of the Lord's covenant, and to the elders of Israel. Then Moses gave them this command. At the end of every 7th year, the year of release during the festival of shelters, you must read this book of instructions to all the people of Israel when they assemble before the Lord your God at the place he chooses. Call them all together, men, women, children, and the foreigners living in your towns, so that they may hear this book of instructions and learn to fear the Lord your God and carefully obey all the terms of these instructions. Do this so that your children who have not known this information will hear them and will learn to fear the Lord your God. Do this as long as you live in the land you are crossing the Jordan to occupy. Israel's disobedience predicted. Then the Lord said to Moses, The time has come for you to die. Call Joshua and present yourselves at the tabernacle, so that I may commission him there. So Moses and Joshua went and presented themselves at the tabernacle, and the Lord appeared to them in a pillar of cloud that stood at the entrance to the sacred tent. The Lord said to Moses, You are about to die and join your ancestors. After you are gone, these people will begin to worship foreign gods and the gods of the land where they are going. They will abandon me and break my covenant that I have made with them. Then my anger will blaze forth against them. I will abandon them, hiding my face from them, and they will be devoured. Terrible trouble will come down on them, and on that day they will say, These disasters have come down to us because God is no longer among us. At that time I have hide my face from them on account of all the evil they commit by worshipping other gods. So write down the words of this song and teach it to the people of Israel. Help them learn it so that you may serve as a witness for me against them. For I will bring them into the land I swore to give their ancestors, a land flowing with milk and honey. There they will become prosperous and eat all the food they want and become fat. They will begin to worship other gods. They will despise me and break my covenant. And when great disasters come down on them, this song will stand as evidence against them, for it will never be forgotten by their descendants. I know the intentions of these people, even now before they have entered the land I swore to give them. So that very day Moses wrote down the words of the song I taught to the Israelites. Then the Lord commissioned Joshua, son of Nun, with these words, Be strong and courageous, for you must bring the people of Israel into the land I swore to give them. I will be with you. Then Moses had finished writing this entire book of instruction in a book. He gave this command to the Levites who carried the ark of the Lord's covenant. Take this book of instruction and place it beside the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, so it may remain there as a witness against the people of Israel. For I know how rebellious and stubborn you are. Even now, while I'm still alive and I am here with you, you have rebelled against the Lord. How much more rebellious will you be after my death? Now summon all the elders and officials of your tribes so that I can speak to them directly and call heaven and earth to witness against them. I know that after my death you will become utterly corrupt and will turn from the way I have commanded you to follow. In the days to come, disaster will come down on you. For you will do what is evil in the Lord's sight, making him very angry with your actions. The Song of Moses. So Moses recited his entire song probably to the assembly of Israel. Tomorrow morning, Deuteronomy 32. Alexa, Datum? Ja, und ich glaube, heute ist ungefähr der 14.3. Yes, 14.3 PM. Genau. Gute Nacht.